In this video, we're taking a look at the web-based writing app Bookflow, which promises to help you write better stories and get organized in no time. What's up, guys? Michael Laurent here with Author Level Up, helping you master the craft of writing. And I make these videos because I believe that each of you has an inner Dean Koontz, and you just need help unlocking it. So for more videos, hit that subscribe button and be sure to ring that bell to get notifications every time I have a new writing video. And one of the ways to master your craft is to master the tools that you use. And so I like to use my YouTube channel to spotlight a lot of writing apps that might be new, that people might not know about, because it could be your perfect match. And the team at Bookflow reached out to me and gave me free access to the app to play around with it. And I'm going to jump into the app and give you a demo of how it works. But there are two things you need to know about Bookflow to start. The first thing you need to know is that it is a web-based writing app, meaning you can use it on any device that can access the internet. So a phone, Windows computer, Mac computers, Linux computers, there's no limit. Second thing you need to know is that it is a subscription-based writing app, which I know is going to turn a lot of you off, but I don't care what the writing app is, I'm still going to show it anyway. All right, so let's jump into my computer and I'll give you a demo of Bookflow. To get to Bookflow, just go to bookflow.pub. This will bring you to the home page, and as we look at the sales page here, we can see here that the writing app really focuses on writing better plots, helping you stay motivated and spark new ideas. I'm a big fan of going to the home page because that really gives you a sense of what the app is really going to focus on. So if we go to bookflow.pub, sign up for a free trial, here's where we go next. We are taken to a really attractive home page here behind the app. So we're just going to play around and just jump around and see what's up here. So the first thing here is we can spark new ideas. So we can warm up with a writing prompt. All right, so if we go here and click take a look, this takes us to a scenario. So on the top left of the screen here, we've got a scenario. An active scene is an interesting scene. Experiment with the following scenario to see if you can make the actions clear and compelling by choosing strong verbs. All right, so a professor flies into a rage when their favorite book disappears. And we've got the ability to type here. All right, and the writing app looks pretty good. Don't see any huge concerns here. It's got a lot of things that you would expect. Big kudos to them for having an undo. You'd be surprised. Web-based writing apps don't have that, so that's great. I would like to see some indentations here. That's just kind of one of my things I like to see with web-based writing apps. But overall, you know, the writing app it's pretty good. It's the night. Sometimes one thing you have to watch out for is the keyboards. Sometimes the keyboards, for some reason, when you hit the keys, it just doesn't feel spongy, doesn't feel springy. But this feels pretty good. All right, so if I want to bold and italicize and add lists and all that stuff, then we can do all that. And we also have find and replace, which is kudos to the Bookflow team for doing that as well. Not every writing app online has these, so far pretty good, right? Now, what I really like about the writing prompts here is that if you go to more prompts, this is what I think is probably one of the coolest features of Bookflow. So we have different writing apps every single day, all right? And you'll see these little tags next to each writing prompt. So this was a scenario that they gave us. We also have quotes. So they may give you a quote that you can use to kind of spring off and do some free writing, whatever that looks like for you. And then there's also video. So let's take a look at this here. So if I click on this one, I've actually got a stock video. I don't know where they're getting these from, but this is really, really cool. So it's something that kind of inspires you. You can kind of take a look at it, and you can even download it if you want to. All right. So this is really cool, and you get a new prompt every single day. This is something I just have not seen before, and I really like this feature. All right. So if we go back here, that's our writing prompt, and all your writing prompts do get saved. So if you ever want to access them again, you have the ability to do that. All right, so that's writing prompts. And then we've also got a calendar or like a streak log. All right, so it's going to record automatically every single day that you write, and you can see here what your streak looks like. And then if you wanted to, You could even download that and even share it if you wanted to do that, which I just really appreciate that, because sometimes you want to know what you wrote, what your word counts were, or what your streaks were. All right. So now another thing that Bookflow does is they want to help you stay inspired. So they have some articles and things that will help you improve your craft. So if I click on these articles here, there are going to be some different articles on different things to help you stay inspired. So, all right, so if I click on this balloon here, this is going to take me to an article on writing that you can read, and hopefully it will inspire you. All right, so I'm really loving the support that they're giving to writers to kind of help them stay inspired here. This really does make Bookflow unique in this regard. And then we've got some more articles down here on how to help you master the craft. So Bookflow is big on outlining. If you're into that, that's something you can look into. And there's a lot of discussions around structure and plot. All right. But the thing you probably came here for was the actual writing apps. All right. So if I go to my projects here and I select new project, we can create a project or we can import a project. And if we import a project, we can import with Microsoft Word. All right, docx only, shouldn't contain any images or any weird formatting, and everything needs to be separated with page breaks. This is pretty standard. You know, this is typically how you would import something into Scrivener as well. All right, so that is an option for you. Okay, now I'm going to start a new project, and the project I always use with my writing app videos is Grandma's a DJ. It's a novel that I'm going to write someday. All right, so this is what it looks like when we set up a project. It says start here if you want to craft an outline or jump into writing, sketch characters, settings, objects, or take a deep dive, or you can do some exploring of your themes. Let's work from right to left. All right, so let's take a look at the themes. Let's see what's up with this. Okay, so themes can be marketing and promotional ideas, as well as big ideas that you wish to capture in your manuscript. This is an ideal place to capture research notes and uncover linking strands of information. Okay, so we'll create a theme, and one of the themes of this fictional story is loneliness. All right, and okay, we have a few options. We'll call it a symbol motif, and I can type in here, grandmother wants to be closer to her grandson, becomes a rave DJ to do it. All right. And okay, so we have a theme here, and then it looks like we can just kind of start spitballing what we want to do. So we can type in all sorts of things if we want to. Or actually, I think she's older than that. And we can just kind of go down here, and you know what that looks like. All right. And then a la Scrivener, we've got kind of like a inspector over here where we can add some notes. So I can say need to research nursing homes or something like that. All right. And then moving down here clockwise, we have a focus mode. If we do focus mode, that just simply takes us into full screen. Always appreciate that. And then we've got our word count down here as well. All right, so if we toggle out of focus mode, this takes us back. And then moving clockwise again, we have the ability to export this theme. So let's take a look at what our export options are. Okay, so it just exported it as a docx. All right, and we can also delete and create new themes. And if we want to, we can click on this All Themes button here, and we can see all of our themes here. Okay, so interesting feature, something we can certainly play around with. So once you do one of the jumping off points, you basically get this command center. And I can get here by clicking on the left-hand, the name of the project on the left-hand side of the menu nav here. And I've got some information on my manuscript, my outline, and then I've also got progress. So if I wanted to set a goal here, all right, so if I want this novel to be 50,000 words, all right, I can do that. So it set my goal at 50,000 words. I'm at 0%. I can update it here. I can download this as an image to share on social media if I wanted to do that. And then we've got a project activity here. And if I download this, this will also share my progress as a PNG. What I would love to see is being able to export like how many words you wrote every day as a CSV, but that's just something that I use. All right, so let's take a look at the outlining piece here. So we can outline by going to scenes, characters, or we can go back to our themes. We can also do that up here as well. We can also jump into our outline on the top nav, clicking there. But we'll click on scenes here. And just gives you some information about scenes. And I'm going to create a scene here. And we're going to call it our prologue. And all right, just keeping it really basic here. And now I can write whatever I want about this particular scene. So if I wanted to go into bullet points, I could say, you know, I can create a character if I wanted to do that as well. And I can create a character, and we'll say it needs to be a type of person. Okay, so we can also do settings if we wanted to. All right. And we can have the same functionality here. All right. Now, if I go back to characters here, I can also create additional characters. So, and this is the same with scenes as well. So we could say, you know, we've got the grandson. And then if I click this all characters button here, I can toggle between the two characters, which is pretty useful. If I go back to the character screen here, I have the ability to look at my manuscript in a couple of different ways. So I can grab these little tabs here and I can reorder my characters and drag them around like that, which is very useful. And then I also, if I click these little buttons over here, I can also view them in an outline in a grid layout, and I can click and drag them here like that. I think a lot of people will find that useful. And then there's also a full outline with summaries that people might find helpful. And this also applies to when you're reordering your scenes in the manuscript as well. All right, so now let's talk about the manuscript. So the text that I typed in my prologue, that actually was contributing toward the novel. So that was my mistake on that. But we can start typing, and so when I'm in scenes here, so when I click on the manuscript, this takes me to scenes, and I can start typing, and this is the same word editor that we talked about earlier, which is helpful. And then let's see, if I want to do a new scene, I can just go to new, click a new scene here over on the left-hand side of the screen. And then we can call it chapter 1. And we have a choice of inserting before or after. All right. And then I can say, and I can start typing the chapter just like that. And then if I click on manuscript, then I'll see the entire manuscript here in one view. Okay, so intuitively, there's something it took me a minute to get used to. What I wanted to do is just, if I wanted to go back and edit the prologue, I could click this. It doesn't let me do that. It's based on how you scroll. So I just have to scroll up and scroll down. I could see that getting a little tedious. Unless there's another way to do it, it would be nice to just be able to kind of click on each of these and be able to do it, but that's not a huge deal. And exporting the manuscript here. All right, so we want to export this. We have the ability to export our entire project file or scenes or any of the things that you have just seen. So if I click on export, okay, it gives me a docx. All right, I would like to see EPUB export at some point. I just think that that's what people are probably going to be using. A lot of people are probably just going to want to write their novel in this and then export it. So something I would like to see. But overall, docx export is not the end of the world. If you would like to give the Bookflow team feedback, you can simply click on this feedback button here. Tell them what you think. I'm a big fan of that because developers, they will only develop things that the majority of their people need. And so if you want to see something, type it in and let them know. And then you also have the ability to see what's new around Bookflow. All right. So if you want to see any updates and things like that, that's a good thing to do. Another feature I want to share is another feature that's kind of cool. I haven't seen before. And if you click on the button up here for your account, you have the ability to do a timer. All right. So if I click this timer button, I can set a timer for, if I want to, if I want to set a timer, and then what it does is it creates a timer up here. And if I click on it, it'll tell me how much time I have left. And then it'll also allow me to pause it or reset it, which I think is great. Now the question is, what happens when the timer goes all the way down? Let's see what happens. All right, so it just shows up here. All right. It'd be nice if it was possible to do this. I don't know if it's a browser limitation, but it would be nice if there was like a little sound or something that it played. And maybe there was a sound, but I've got a microphone set up, so I don't know. But when the timer is done, you see it up here, and maybe it's time to take a break. All right. All right. So what does Bookflow cost? All right. So first things first, anyone can sign up for a free trial. It is free for 28 days. You can play around with it, and you have access to everything that I showed you in this video. Now, they have a yearly plan that is $12 US a month, or $144 if billed annually, or you can pay $15 a month. As far as the price goes, it's pretty competitively priced to a lot of the other subscription apps that are on the market. I would love to know what you think about Bookflow. It's a relatively new writing app, but there's a lot of things I like about it. I like the visual aspect of it. I like the fact that it's simple. I also like the fact that it's just a pleasant app to play around in. And I also appreciate the support that they give writers through the daily writing prompts, through the different articles and things to help you stay inspired and improve your craft. And if you are an outliner, this is an app that I would take a look at because they do give you some pretty good support in that area. And I want to thank Lisa and the team at Bookflow for granting me access and setting me up with free access for this. And if you would like to get your copy of Bookflow, you can get it at authorlevelup.com/bookflow. This is an affiliate link. I do receive a commission if you do sign up for a paid plan. But if you happen to like the stuff that I showed you in this video, it's worth checking out and signing up for a free trial to see if it's for you. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I hope that you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.